Are we going to talk about the fact that you saw Star Wars and I saw Star Wars already?
Well, we can talk about the fact that we saw it, but we're supposed to be under a gag order about a review.
Are we going to really comply with that?
Did you see that note that was with the
Yeah, you're not supposed to review it?
If you're an on-air personality.
I know why they don't want us to review it now. They were very... You see, here's the problem. Robin and I got to see Star Wars Saturday. I am such a Star Wars fan that I got so stoked. I don't know how you felt, but I was so stoked to go see the new Star Wars because I've been waiting 22 years for the goddamn thing or something like that.
Come out again.
Yeah. And so they carry on with this Star Wars.
Did you see the security measures?
Oh, please.
And did they do that announcement?
Yeah. Where the guy comes out beforehand?
Yeah.
All right, so they had a screening at some movie theater, which is always strikes terror into my heart, because I had to walk through the movie theater.
Right.
It was like, hey, Howard, what are you doing here? And you go to the bathroom, about 80 guys pile in with me. So, I don't know.
But they were passing lights over the tickets to make sure you weren't counterfeiting the ticket.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. So I go in, and they wouldn't. First of all, they sent me. I was going to bring my wife and kids, but my wife and kids couldn't go. They had to go to a bar mitzvah.
Oh.
All right, which I don't go to.
So you went to the movie.
So I went to the. I said I'm going to see Star Wars. So Ralph went with me, my friend Richie Notar, and Booker.
Okay.
The DJ.
Yeah.
You know Booger.
Good crew.
Yeah, Booger. All guys are into Star Wars.
Right.
I didn't want to go with guys.
A good group to see it.
Yeah. I didn't want to see it with a bunch of annoying people who are going to be like, I don't know. This is Anakin Skywalker's which one?
Who is Darth Vader?
Oh, that's Darth Vader as a boy? All right. So, I didn't want to sit through any of that. I just wanted to lose myself in the motion picture experience. Because I really was excited that I was going to be one of the first people to see Star Wars.
Right.
I'm caught up in the hype. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. So, the first thing they tell me, this is unbelievable. They say the screening is at 7, but you should get there by 5 o'clock.
Right.
Because if you get there by 5 o'clock, now this is a press screening.
Now this is bull bleep.
Yeah, right. I mean, don't invite me and then tell me.
First of all, the reason I was told for that was because they couldn't have any lines.
Right.
Then I find out that the people who showed up at 5 o'clock weren't allowed in until 5:30.
Right. They're trying to create something. Yeah. Even the press is online.
And there were cameras there. If this was such a secret,
right?
Why did the press show up with cameras?
I don't know. There was a guy videotaping.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so they should have put out the movie this week. That's all. I mean, they're building into too much hype here. The hype is going to kill them.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. So I was all excited because I love Star Wars, and I get there, and the first thing they do is I had these tickets with pictures of Liam Neeson and all the little puppets and stuff that are in Star Wars. And Ralph said to me, "Oh, can I keep the ticket because
collector's item.
It's a collector's item." So I said, yeah, you can keep the ticket. So I go there, and they confiscate all my tickets.
Right.
So I said, oh, my God, what is this?
Passing them through a light to make sure they're not counterfeit. It was like how they check dollar bills in the store.
Yeah. Can someone give me a wet nap? If you have. My hands are just full of this mud. This is moldy mud, and it's making me mental. So then you got to pass through this thing, and they check the tickets if they're counterfeit. They confiscate. Then they stamp my hand.
Right.
The whole thing. It's easier to get on a plane with an Uzi than it is to get into this Star Wars screening. It's a press screening.
The best thing was there was this group in front of me when I was coming in. They had like 7 kids, and they thought they'd get one infant in on their ticket. Yeah. They say, no, that one's counted too. You can only have 6 people come in, and they had 7 people. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
But they were being really strict.
Then I get in the theater, and I had asked one of the interns to, what is that, wet nap? Let me see that. I have that. Don't touch my wet nap.
He just brings you a wet nap.
It's dude, there's no wet in it. Who gave you this?
No water on it.
Get out of here. Give me one of those bars I got to eat. Give me a metric. So, and I get there, and they say, listen, they have to give you a sheet of paper ahead of time. If you're an on-air personality or the press, you cannot review this movie.
Until the 19th.
Yeah, meanwhile, everybody's reviewing it. Everyone's giving out the whole plot of the movie,
right,
which there is none.
They go on the internet and they make up fake names for themselves.
Is that what it is? I mean, it's unbelievable. So, I don't know. So I said, oh, my God, there's so many rules. I don't know what to do. Then the woman, so I get in there, and the seating area for, like, me, it's like right on top of the screen. I said, I'm not going to watch Star Wars. Literally, I was 3 rows back from the front of the screen. So I said to the people, they were very nice over there. I wish I knew the woman's name. I'd give her a shot. Is it 20th Century?
I don't know.
20th Century Fox or something?
Yeah, I guess it is 20th Century that put it out.
Yeah.
Was it a 20th Century person or a UA Theater person?
I don't know who it was, but they were very nice. And I said there was a whole row of seats saved because I think, who was it, Samuel L. Jackson's in the movie?
Yes. So he was coming?
He was coming. So I got in his row. They gave me 4 seats for me, Booger, and Richie and Ralph. Yeah, so we all sat down. So we had some good seats. They gave us the best seat in the house.
Uh-huh.
And then the woman goes, oh, my God, everyone saw it was you here, and they didn't want you in because they were afraid you're going to give it a bad review. I said, listen. I said, I'm just here to enjoy the movie.
They knew you were coming.
They were acting like, oh, my God, Howard Stern's here. They were going to throw me out. I said, listen, you guys invited me. I'm here to see Star Wars. I'm very excited about it.
That's so wet.
Meanwhile, every journalist is there.
Yeah.
I saw Mitchell Fink.
Roger Ebert was there the day I was there.
Oh, Roger was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was in New York. And everybody was there. And they're all got pads and paper, and they're all writing reviews.
Yeah.
Well, what did Roger think of it?
I didn't talk to him after I saw him before.
Was he excited to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody was. Everyone was out of their mind to see it.
I think he came here just to see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Came to New York just to see
it?
Well, good for him. So.
There with his lovely bride.
What am I going to do? What, do you eat into the microphone? I guess I got to lower the mics. I don't know when to. Sometimes he's busy doing something. I got to make sure I got to control that somehow. You should have a cough button or something you can control if you're going to be eating. What?
They didn't put one on the board.
Yeah, well, maybe you ought to talk to them about it because you're busy chewing and I got his microphone open. I'm listening to a whole meal.
And he doesn't hear it.
No, he doesn't hear it. He doesn't even hear that it's going on. That's what kills me. He's a sound guy.
What are you going to do?
You don't hear all the noise you're making?
Well, the difference is you run your headphones 4 times louder than I do.
Well, maybe you ought to run them louder.
So you hear every little thing in the room.
Oh.
I apologize.
Maybe you should, too.
I still want to have my hearing.
I got my hearing.
No, you don't.
Uh-huh.
He can hear you.
Well, yeah, you can hear him because he's like multiplying the sound by 4.
All right. Whatever. I don't think that makes a difference. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. Everybody hears it. It's coming out over the radio. Anyway, just get a cough button. Leave me alone. All right, where was I? Really? And then I got to figure out where Jackie's mic. Jackie, your mic's up. Now Fred's down.
I got oatmeal.
Oh, there goes Jackie eating.
What nice.
All right,
And
thank
now
you.
he wonders why I get on him. He has absolutely no interest in the show whatsoever, except for his plug, except when it comes to busting on me.
Right.
Zipper.
All right, so
We were talking about that.
So then the Star Wars starts finally. And they come out, a guy comes out, making an announcement. No one better if you see someone videotaping, you better tell the authorities. Turn them in. It's like Hitler Youth over there.
These are people you invited, and you expect that they're going to be taping it?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Why did you invite them?
Oh. Yeah, I'm sitting there waiting and waiting. Finally it comes on. And then I saw the movie. And
the nice thing was there were no previews to sit through. You just
that was nice.
to watch the movie.
The movie, let me be as positive as I can be. The movie technically is great.
It's beautiful to
look at.
Beautiful.
You know, I think Star Wars fans are going to be disappointed. What can I say? It's, I
don't think that they'll be as disappointed as you.
Oh, no, they will.
you would have felt probably about The Mummy as I did, and it just made $44 million.
No. The movie will make money. I think everyone's got to go see it, to see for themselves, and people who are Star Wars fans have been waiting. But
the kind of money they make, you need repeat business, and they'll get it.
Oh, you think they will? I don't.
They will get it.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're going to get killed. The repeat business.
Because I watched, there were a bunch of kids in that audience.
Yeah.
People are going to take their kids, and young boys are going to see it over.
Yeah, I disagree.
All right, we'll see. Because I think that they love those visual effects.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. Listen, I'll tell you the truth. I want George Lucas to make a second one because, I love the Star Wars franchise.
And
so I'm hoping
better. Maybe he'll figure out what he did wrong here.
I'm saying everybody force yourself to go because then maybe he'll get it right the second time. You know, it's been 22 years since the guy made a movie. And I think it shows. And he's technically brilliant. He's a great filmmaker. He's a genius. But the film, I'll tell you the criticism. The film is filled with puppets.
Yes.
And Liam Neeson is talking to puppets after puppets. The puppets you can't even understand.
After a while, you realize that people are looking at nothing.
Yeah, you're looking at nothing. The people, it even looks like they're looking at nothing.
That's what I'm saying. They look like they're looking at nothing.
Yeah, it looks like guys acting against nothing.
Off of.
Yeah, and then finally when people talk, the puppets interrupt them every minute, and the puppets and the puppets and the puppets, and you can't even understand the puppets. And then, I thought a great movie. Here I go rewriting the movie like I know what I'm doing, but I thought the movie was going to be the incredible saga of Darth Vader.
Right.
That you would meet him as a little boy. And you would wonder how this wonderful little boy who had such an incredible gift, how did he turn bad, and what was that all about?
Yeah.
The movie should have picked up from when they meet him on the planet, it's a whole thing. But instead, it is just one endless battle scene after another, and puppets fighting other puppets.
Well, the thing that goes on for me is that these Jedi, this is when they ruled.
Right.
And they still can't do anything.
They were still incompetent when the Jedi ruled. And it's quite incredible.
They never have any money. They can never get anything done.
Right.
What is this with this Jedi?
They have superpowers, and they can't get anything done. And it just wasn't well thought out.
Now, there's another problem.
Yeah.
The Stormtroopers were in the first movie, right?
Right.
Why, when they were predating, would you already have android armies?
Yeah, well, I don't even care about that. That's fine. That's just updating
if you really think about it, this is before Star Wars.
And also, it was a lot cooler when it was guys in those uniforms, because you didn't know if they were robots or men or what. Yeah.
But these are just...
Yeah. Well, anyway.
You don't figure they were going backwards in technology.
Yeah, believe me, that's the least of my problems with the movie. It's just not...
It just would have been some more human beings to interact with.
Yeah. Right. And whenever the human beings interact with each other, it's fun.
Yeah.
But, so, what can I tell you? It was a kind of a drag. Afterwards, I was all deflated because everyone wanted to go out to dinner, and I was like, I got to go home. I got to go rest. Yeah, I got to go home and get depressed. I was really psyched. I was really caught up in it.
As much as I tried not to start getting into the hype, I got to say, I wanted to see this movie.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, how can you not? Because, we all dig Star Wars.
I did everything I could to find out how to get to see it before it came out.
Yeah. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Howard.
Hey, bro.
Howard, have you heard what you said about that Star Wars movie? Is there a cliffhanger at the end?
No.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Oh, man, it's really
you're happy when it ends. Trust me.
We're that bad, huh?
Yeah,
all right.
I hate to say it. I mean...
It was...
It was a bummer.
Oh, man. All right, thanks a lot, man. Listen, F. Al Sharpton.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right. I don't want to give like a full blown-out review or anything. And I don't know. You know what? I even say go see it just because I want George Lucas.
Go see it because we need another one.
Yeah, I need another Star Wars. I need the Star Wars that could be.
There must have been a reason for sitting through that.
Right. I think it's just to get us ready for the next one. Oh, man. I saw Russell Simmons, who is the guy who started... Did he start Def Jam? Or?
Yeah.
I thought Rick Rubin started Def Jam.
They both started it.
Oh, okay.
And then they split up.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw Russell outside the Star Wars movie when I went to go see Star Wars Saturday night. Have you seen it yet, John?
No.
Yeah, I saw it. You're going to go see it even though I said it wasn't good, right?
Oh, I have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not going to be... Their box office...
Howard, I'm hearing a lot of reviewers saying they hate it, but they want to go again.
Who's saying that?
A few.
Yeah, I would never go again. I mean, go again.
Yeah, because
I could barely get through. I could get it. There's nothing to get. There's absolutely nothing to get.
I got to cling on to something, you know.
Yeah, I know. You'll see. It's really going to blow your mind.
I saw The Mummy on the weekend.
How was that?
I thought it was all right. My wife thought it was good. I just thought it was okay, but it wasn't as bad as,
I said it was all right because they're great special effects, but it's just not much of a story.
Star Wars has no story. It's just mind-blowing. Star Wars could have been so cool. I mean, but listen, they were very nice to me. I don't want to badmouth them too bad, but look, I mean, the movie would have been great.
It went nowhere.
I know. Here's the movie. You ready?
Oh, don't tell me the movie.
No. Here's the movie the way it should have been.
Oh, okay.
I won't tell you the movie. There's nothing to tell. I wouldn't even know where to tell you what the movie is. I'm not even sure what the movie is.
I don't like the puppets already. The
puppets are horrible. There's a main puppet that they use, and he's supposed to be like a Wookiee.
And it's computer generated.
Computer generated. It's like watching the worst cartoon ever. You can't even understand the voice.
See, already I'm worried.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the Ewoks either.
No, the Ewoks are great compared to this. This one you want to kill this puppet. And everything's a puppet. And you don't care about any of the puppets. And the story, the story would have been great. Tell me if you would have loved this movie. You ready?
Yeah,
Robin, tell me.
Are you in a Disney film?
You go back in time, and you meet Anakin Skywalker, who is the young Darth Vader.
Right.
And he begins to learn...
You want to find out who this boy is.
From Jedi Masters. Okay, there's a war going on, but the Jedi Masters have to train him.
He was supposed to have some special skills that people notice.
Right. Supposed to have special skills, all this kind of stuff. All he can do is race cars. So they special skills. They train him, and then you learn the story of how Darth Vader grows up to be this guy in this black helmet who becomes angry at all his other Jedi Master friends. And you would learn about what drove him over the edge. It would be great sort of drama.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Home run, slam dunk, everybody leaves the theater happy.
Everybody's happy.
Instead, it's just it's like this constant wars. These guys, Liam Neeson and this other guy, Obi-Wan Kenobi, are Jedi Masters. They apparently can't do anything right. They have powers, but the powers always fail. They never work.
Oh.
I mean, it's really a mess, and there's puppets following them everywhere. They look like in fact, at some point, Liam Neeson doesn't even look like he's looking at the puppets when he's talking to them.
And you know what? I think that finally they just stopped making him up because they were so busy drawing.
But it's brilliantly, I mean, the film is beautiful to look at.
Yes. Very
The technology is great.
And,
let me ask you a question.
Those cities they create.
It's great.
Is it worse or better than Return of the Jedi?
I like Return of the Jedi. It shows you how much of a fan I am. I like Return of the Jedi. I thought that was a good film.
I thought it was better than that because I hated it.
Yeah. At one point, what was better than that?
I thought this film was better than Return of the Jedi because I hated it.
Return of the Jedi, it was good, but it was the weakest one.
This is the weakest one.
Well, that's the argument. Is this the weakest one?
No, there's no argument as far as I'm concerned.
Well, let me finish you one question.
Ewoks are fine compared to this.
Too much, but can it get better? Because the next two still explain the
yes.
Plenty of
Here's what they have to do. They have to be willing to say the following. It's been 22 years since George Lucas made a movie. He has lost it. Most guys who get older lose it. I'm talking about this guy's now close to 60-something years old.
And he never talks to anybody anymore.
Right. And he's sequestered. He's so rich. He's sequestered on a ranch somewhere. He had 22 years to write this script.
And you know what? Everybody was talking about how in control of the sound he was. How come I couldn't understand anybody?
Couldn't understand anyone. Take him out of this picture. You know what I mean? Take him out of the picture.
With somebody.
Let him be involved in the overall look and all that kind of stuff. But let Tim Burton do the next one. Let Tim Burton make every movie in Hollywood. All right? And then I'm satisfied. Give it to somebody who knows what they're doing.
Well, you remember how in the first film you had these great characters you could latch on to that you liked. I mean, people even applauded when Yoda showed up.
Yeah.
Because you love these things that were created.
That's when I wanted to leave the theater.
Films.
People started applauding when R2-D2 came on. I went, who are these mental cases? One girl at my screening had the Princess Leia hairdo.
Oh, no.
I was going to wear a Darth Vader costume just to, freak everyone out, walk in. You know what I mean? Just I'd be a real douchebag.
Yeah.
And what they put us through, man, to get into this thing, you wouldn't believe it. Special letters.
Going to see the president.
Yeah, and with special tickets, and they confiscate the tickets, and they stamp your hand. It's unbelievable.
Then they make an announcement.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
It would just be horrible if this film leaked out.
I'll tell you one thing, though. That chick is cute in it.
The little girl who plays the queen?
Yeah, she was at my screening. I was looking at her.
How much do you think it's going to do, Howard?
How old is she?
She's 17.
That's the perfect age.
No, it's not for you.
Oh. Meanwhile, my daughters both had birthdays this weekend.
Yeah.
One is 16.
Right.
Which I couldn't believe.
Yes, she's a year younger than that girl.
Yeah, well, this girl was much more mature.
You know that everybody doesn't want you to talk about the plot of Star Wars. Well, you can get it at the bookstores now.
Well, there's no plot to talk about. I saw it.
But they've got it all written out.
They do?
Yeah.
I wish someone would explain it to me.
Well, maybe you can get the book. I don't know why the book would come out before the movie if it's supposed to be so secret and you want everybody to be surprised.
Well, I think they're wising up. They're seeing the reaction to the movie.
In fact, in the paper yesterday, they put a synopsis in of exactly what goes on in the movie. And they say right at the very beginning, if you don't want to know, don't stop reading now.
Right.
Because they were putting it all in. It's all from this book, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace by Terry Brooks. Based on the screenplay. So there, you can get that story. And Natalie Portman is
Believe this. Make believe.
the new Star Wars film, Episode 1. Here she comments on the overall concept of the film and why she had to do it.
Who's Natalie Portman?
She plays the Queen.
Oh, she's cute.
When I initially saw the designs, I was like, wow, I have to do this, because you could see how much...
I wonder if she's a virgin.
There's so much more that goes into it than just a regular...
She's 17, you said?
Yes.
Well, she's got the body of a 20-year-old.
Oh, get out.
movie. There's so many people working on it and designing it and really creating. It's a really... You feel that the movie's really a creation.
When I went to see it Saturday night, I think she was there.
You know where you saw her first?
Where?
Was in The Professional.
Yes. That's when she was very young.
Yes.
I knew she'd grow up.
Now.
I know she grew up good.
And here she explains why the Queen can inspire others in the way she handles her power and her people.
She's very powerful and she is in control of everyone, yet she's a very good leader. She's very considerate.
Well, I didn't get that from the movie.
She's reading a lot into it that wasn't there.
Somebody should have explained that to me.
Oh, goodness.
Should have shown a few examples of that.
No, we'll just tell you.
Just assume it.